In Pan-Africanism, it's the Prince we hear, source of knowledge. Somebody let the Rainbow Gang paint their flag on the street. We're gonna have to have a conversation with Mayor Ras Baraka. We're gonna have to have a conversation with Mayor Ras Baraka. We're gonna have to have a conversation with Mayor Ras Baraka. Who painted the rainbow flag in front of the black bookstore? Who painted the rainbow flag in front of the black bookstore? Who painted the rainbow flag in front of the black bookstore?
My kids start school Monday. Meet the teacher today. Los Angeles. Tell me why at the event I see my youngest son kindergarten teacher is a white man cosplaying as a woman. Oh, Lord. Woo! He was in a dress, high heels, and covered in makeup. I thought it was a woman until he turned around. I noticed a full beard. I go to the classroom and it's covered with rainbow paraphernalia and propaganda. I don't judge nobody, but I don't feel comfortable. My son is on the spectrum. IEP since 3. What grade is he in now? I don't think you told me that. What grade is he in now? Now he's 6. Can't do private school because of the cost. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. Woo! I ain't heard about this one. Y'all heard this, brothers and sisters? Did y'all hear what I just said, brothers and sisters? Brothers and sisters, did y'all hear what I just said? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Her son has a transformer teacher. Oh my goodness. Her 6-year-old son has a transformer teacher. Wow. 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 I would have to pull my son out of school. What I would do is I would go to the principal. If nothing gets done there, I would go to the superintendent. If nothing gets done there, I would go to the chair of the school board. If nothing gets done there, I would go to the state secretary of education. That is insane. Unfortunately, it's a civil right. That's the problem. It's a civil right. Her 6-year-old son has a transformer for a teacher. Lord have mercy. I'm so glad we got FDMG coming. Lord have mercy. Your son drew a rainbow in the classroom. That could be a problem or it could be nothing. It could be nothing. It could be something. Rainbows used to be innocent, but because a certain social movement has colonized the rainbow and monopolized that symbol as their own, if your son is drawing rainbows in the classroom now, I think that's a sign that there's some propaganda going on. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. My 12-year-old is surrounded by the rainbow militia in school and sports, not sure what conversation to have so she can support the rainbow community without becoming a part of it. Wait a minute, let me read that again. My 12-year-old is surrounded by the rainbow influence in school and sports, not sure what conversation to have so she can support the community without becoming a part of it. I don't know what you mean when you say you don't know what conversation to have so she can support the community without becoming a part of it, okay? Because if you cannot be soft or your child will get drafted. You know what conversation you need to have with her. Have a honest conversation. We don't hate nobody. We ain't judging nobody. But we are not about that life. And you are not about that life. And you are not going to join anything about that life. But you're not going to tell nobody in school that you are not about that life. You know the conversation you need to have. Stop being scared to teach your children right from wrong. He got a transformer teacher? Woo! It's getting bad in these streets. It's getting bad in these streets, boy. My sons are 4 and 5, soon to be 6. They attend African-based private school, mostly black staff. They love it. Mostly women. My 5-year-old has issues with discipline and structure. My question is, the school being more girls than boys and no male teacher, they got to get some men in there. You got to talk to them. How are you going to have an African private school with no black men? How is it a black private school without a single black man? Is this a feminist school? Are they radical black feminists? Are they rainbow gangers? How you got an all black private school with no black men? What? Sisters, are we that petty? Black women, are we that petty? Do we got black women starting private schools and not hiring no brothers? Do we have black women starting private schools and not hiring no brothers? A rainbow teacher. No, my son couldn't stay in that class. No way. Nah. I would put him on a waiting list at a charter school, or I would move to another neighborhood or use somebody else's address. Ain't no way in hell my son is being, nah. Hudson Valley School District. The children were strip searched. Hudson Valley, New York. The parents are angry because the children were strip searched. Parents found out that they actually gave consent for their children to be strip searched. Hudson Valley, New York parents didn't know they gave consent for their children to be strip searched. How did this happen? I'm going to tell you how it happened, because I've been telling black parents for 25 years, stop signing paperwork that you do not read. How many times I got to tell black parents, stop signing paperwork that you do not read. Stop signing paperwork that you do not read. What happened was that paperwork that they sent home for you to sign at the beginning of the year, they had some fine language in the discipline section. Hudson Valley schools had some fine language in the discipline section, and they knew black parents were not going to read it. They knew black parents were not going to read it. So in the fine print, in the discipline section of the paperwork, they said your children can be strip searched without prior notification. Black parents didn't read it. So when their children got strip searched, they flipped out, as they should, as they should, as they should. But if you would have read the paperwork, how many times has DR.UMAR told you don't sign it if you didn't read it? And you ninjas still don't listen. You ninjas still don't listen. You ninjas still don't listen. Whenever they want to get over on black children, they put it in the paperwork. Whenever they want to get over on black children, they put it in the paperwork. So let this be a lesson to all black parents. I don't care if you live in Amsterdam. I don't care if you live in France. I don't care if you're in the UK. I don't care if you are in Switzerland, Canada, Texas, New York, Chicago, Oakland. I don't care if you in Jamaica, Brazil, Barbados. I don't care where you are. Don't sign school paperwork that you did not read. And if the paperwork is too thick to read it on the spot, you take the shit home. You take the shit home. You take the paperwork home. I keep telling y'all this. They played y'all because they knew you were too lazy to read the paperwork. Hudson Valley black parents, I think y'all need to bring me up there for a boot camp. Hudson Valley black parents, I think you need the Prince of Pan-Africanism for a Know Your School Rights boot camp. Now we had another school in Florida. We had another school in Florida that had an emergency assembly only for the black children. They had an emergency assembly only for the black children who scored low on the tests. How in the hell can you single out black children for a low test score assembly? How is that even possible? This ain't 1960. This ain't 1950. This ain't 1940. So let me tell you what the parents in that Florida school district should do. The parents in that Florida school district should, number one, demand the principal be fired. Number two, demand an investigation into civil rights violations from the U.S. Department of Education, Office of Civil Rights. Number three, Department of Justice investigation into racial discrimination. That's what y'all should do.